Have you ever heard of blue zones? They're these remarkable regions where people live unusually long and healthy lives.
Oh, I think I've heard something about them. Are they specific places?
Exactly. They're regions where people have higher life expectancies. These zones have caught the attention of researchers due to their unique lifestyle and longevity.
That's intriguing. What sets these zones apart from other places?
One key factor is the lifestyle. People in blue zones tend to have active lives, with a focus on natural movement. They walk, garden, and do daily tasks that keep them physically engaged.
So, it's not just about diet and exercise?
Right, diet plays a role too. These zones have diets rich in whole foods like vegetables, fruits, nuts, and legumes. They consume less processed and sugary foods, which contributes to their health.
Are there any cultural aspects that contribute to their longevity?
Definitely. Social connections are a big part. They often have strong family bonds and active social lives. This sense of community provides emotional support and reduces stress.
Stress does have a big impact on health. What else makes these zones special?
Another factor is their sense of purpose. They have a reason to wake up every morning, whether it's tending to their garden or spending time with family. This sense of purpose is linked to longevity.
That's fascinating. How did these zones come to be known as blue zones?
The term was coined by Dan Buettner, who identified these regions. The name came from circles he drew on a map to highlight them. They're not actually blue on any map.
I see. Where are these blue zones located?
There are 5 main blue zones: Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece, and the Seventh-day Adventist community in Loma Linda, California.
Such diverse places. What made researchers look into these zones?
The high concentration of centenarians, people living over 100, caught their attention. These areas had a higher number of people reaching that age, so researchers wanted to figure out why.
Are there any specific habits that these centenarians share?
Yes, they all share some common habits called the Power 9. These include moving naturally, having a sense of purpose, slowing down to relax, and eating until they're 80% full.
That's a practical approach. Have these blue zones attracted a lot of interest?
Absolutely. People worldwide are drawn to their secrets of long, healthy lives. Researchers study them, and individuals try to incorporate their habits for a healthier lifestyle.
Have these regions managed to maintain their traditional ways in today's modern world?
It's a challenge. With globalization, there's more exposure to different lifestyles. However, many in these zones still hold on to their traditional practices, which is key to their longevity.
It must be inspiring for others to learn from these zones.
Definitely. Their stories show that living longer, healthier lives is possible with simple lifestyle changes. It's not about extreme measures, but sustainable habits.
I'm impressed. It's about balance and making meaningful connections too.
Precisely. These zones emphasize quality of life, not just longevity. It's about being active, enjoying good food, and having strong social ties.
I'm inspired to learn more about blue zones and their principles.
That's the beauty of it. Anyone can learn from their lifestyle and apply it to their own lives, no matter where they're from.
Have you ever looked into the shared factors among blue zones? They all have some striking similarities that contribute to their long and healthy lives.
I've heard a bit about it. What are these commonalities that tie them together?
Well, one major factor is their diet. They consume plant-based foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes. Meat is more of an occasional addition rather than a staple.
So, plant-based diets are a key aspect?
Absolutely. These diets are rich in nutrients and antioxidants, which support overall health and protect against diseases. They also tend to eat smaller portions, which can contribute to longevity.
That's interesting. What else do they have in common?
Physical activity is another shared habit. They engage in regular, moderate exercise through daily tasks, walking, or gardening. This natural movement keeps them active without the need for intense workouts.
It sounds more sustainable than rigorous gym sessions.
Definitely. Their active lifestyles help maintain strong muscles, bones, and cardiovascular health. Plus, it's a great way to relieve stress.
Speaking of stress, how do blue zones approach that?
Stress reduction is crucial. They practice techniques like meditation, prayer, or simply taking time to relax. Managing stress contributes to better mental and physical well-being.
It's amazing how these simple practices can make such a difference.
Social connections are another shared trait. They prioritize spending time with family, friends, and their communities. This sense of belonging fosters emotional support and reduces feelings of loneliness.
That human connection must play a big role in their happiness too.
Absolutely. People in blue zones have a strong sense of purpose as well. They wake up with a reason to live, whether it's caring for family or contributing to their community.
That purpose gives life a deeper meaning.
Exactly. Another common habit is moderate alcohol consumption, particularly wine. It's enjoyed with meals and in social settings. Red wine, in particular, is rich in antioxidants that promote heart health.
That's good to know. Are there any differences among these zones?
While these commonalities exist, there are cultural variations too. For example, the specific foods they eat might differ, but the emphasis on plant-based whole foods remains consistent.
So, it's more about the principles than rigid rules.
Precisely. They adapt these principles to their local traditions and resources. The goal is to promote well-being without imposing a strict regimen.
Have these practices been scientifically proven to contribute to longevity?
Yes, studies have shown a strong correlation between these practices and increased life expectancy. These habits positively impact heart health, lower rates of chronic diseases, and improve overall quality of life.
It's compelling evidence for adopting some of these habits.
Absolutely. Even if we can't replicate everything, integrating a few of these practices can lead to better health outcomes.
It's a holistic approach to living well.
Right? These zones emphasize that it's not just about what you eat or how much you exercise, but also about the quality of your social interactions and the way you manage stress.
It's a lifestyle that nurtures both the body and the soul.
Exactly. And it's never too late to start incorporating these habits. Even small changes can make a big difference over time.
I'm inspired to make some positive changes in my life now.
Remember, it's about balance and consistency. Making these practices a part of your routine can lead to a longer and healthier life. Have you ever looked into the diets of people in blue zones? Their eating habits play a huge role in their long and healthy lives.
I've heard they follow unique diets. What's special about them?
They primarily eat plant-based foods. Veggies, fruits, and whole grains are staples. Animal products are consumed in moderation, especially fish, and meat is more of an occasional treat.
So, their diets are mostly vegetarian?
Yes, but they do eat animal products occasionally. The key is that plant-based foods make up the majority of their meals, which provides numerous health benefits.
What's the reason behind this plant-focused diet?
Plant-based foods are rich in nutrients and antioxidants that protect against diseases and promote overall well-being. They're also lower in saturated fats compared to animal-based foods.
And what about proteins?
Legumes are a significant protein source for them. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are common. They're not only protein-rich but also packed with fiber, which is great for digestion and heart health.
So, they rely on natural, whole foods.
Exactly. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats are preferred over refined grains. These grains are high in fiber and provide sustained energy throughout the day.
How does their minimal meat consumption impact their health?
Reducing meat intake is linked to lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and other chronic illnesses. When they do eat meat, it's often lean and prepared in smaller portions.
That's a healthier approach to meat.
Definitely. Seafood, particularly fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids, is a main source of animal protein. Omega-3s are great for heart and brain health.
So, they prioritize specific types of animal products.
Yes, quality matters. Their diets are also low in processed foods and sugars, which contribute to their overall health and longevity.
What about dairy?
Dairy consumption varies among blue zones. Some consume goat's or sheep's milk, which is easier to digest. But overall, dairy isn't a major part of their diets.
Their diets sound simple yet effective.
Indeed. By focusing on plant-based, nutrient-dense foods, they get a wide range of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support their immune systems and reduce inflammation.
What about portion sizes?
They practice hara-hachi-bu, a Confucian teaching that encourages eating until you're 80% full. This prevents overeating and promotes a balanced intake of calories.
That's a wise approach.
Their diets also emphasize variety. Different colored fruits and vegetables provide a range of nutrients and antioxidants.
It sounds like they've mastered the art of balanced eating.
Absolutely. Plus, their way of eating promotes good gut health. The fiber from plants feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which is crucial for digestion and overall health.
So, it's not just about what they eat but how it affects their bodies.
Right? Their dietary choices play a big role in their well-being. They're not just living longer but living healthier lives.
I'm impressed by how their diet aligns with modern health recommendations.
It's quite remarkable. These zones provide real-world examples of how food can be a powerful medicine when approached mindfully.
Are their diets restrictive?
Not at all. They enjoy their meals and even have occasional indulgences. The key is balance and making these healthy choices a consistent part of their lifestyle.
It's a sustainable way to approach eating.
Definitely. It's about making food choices that nourish the body and promote vitality. And it's a lifestyle that can be adapted by anyone, anywhere. Have you ever looked into how physical activity contributes to longevity, especially in blue zones?
I've heard that people in blue zones have very active lifestyles. What sets them apart?
Their daily routines involve natural movement. Walking, gardening, and doing chores keep them active without the need for formal exercise.
So, it's not just about hitting the gym?
Exactly. They prioritize movement throughout the day. It's about staying active in ways that are practical and enjoyable.
That sounds more sustainable than structured workouts.
Definitely. Their activities are often part of their cultural and social practices. For example, walking to visit friends or working in the garden.
So, they don't see physical activity as a chore?
No, it's integrated into their lives. This consistency is key. It keeps their muscles and joints strong and supports their overall well-being.
What about more formal exercise?
They do engage in exercise, but it's not as structured as you might think. It could be dancing, playing sports, or activities they enjoy.
So, enjoyment is a big factor.
Absolutely. When you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to stick with it. It's about moving in ways that make you feel good.
It's a refreshing perspective on exercise.
Their active lifestyles have a positive impact on their cardiovascular health. Regular movement helps maintain a healthy heart and lowers the risk of heart disease.
And what about longevity?
Studies show a clear link between physical activity and longer life expectancy. Moving regularly reduces the risk of chronic diseases that can shorten life.
So, it's not just about living longer, but living healthier too.
Exactly. Their active routines also improve bone density and joint health, which are crucial as we age.
It's like they're nurturing their bodies through movement.
Definitely. And their activities often come with social benefits. They might walk with friends or dance with family, which boosts their emotional well-being.
It sounds like physical activity is intertwined with their social lives.
Absolutely. Plus, staying active helps manage stress. It's a natural way to reduce tension and improve mental health.
That's an important aspect, especially in today's busy world.
Their way of life emphasizes balance. They don't push themselves to extremes, they simply move in ways that feel right for their bodies.
So, it's not about intense workouts but consistent movement?
Yes, and they don't view physical activity as a separate task. It's seamlessly integrated into their daily lives.
I'm inspired to adopt a more active lifestyle.
That's great. Remember, it's about finding activities you enjoy. Whether it's dancing, walking, or playing a sport, make it something you look forward to.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you think their active lifestyles contribute to their sense of purpose?
Absolutely. Being active keeps them engaged with their communities and provides a sense of purpose. They have reasons to get up and move every day.
It's amazing how everything is interconnected.
Yes, their lifestyle holistically supports their well-being. Movement, social connections, and a sense of purpose all contribute to their longevity.
I'm excited to incorporate more movement into my routine.
Start small and gradually build up. The goal is consistency and finding joy in the process.
Have you ever looked into the social aspect of blue zones? Their strong sense of community plays a significant role in their well-being.
I've heard they have close-knit communities. What sets them apart?
They prioritize social connections. It's about having strong relationships with family, friends, and neighbors. These connections provide emotional support and a sense of belonging.
So, it's not just about living longer but living happier too?
Exactly. Having a supportive network reduces stress and promotes mental well-being. They share their joys and challenges, creating a sense of unity.
It sounds like they have a real sense of belonging.
Absolutely. Intergenerational relationships are also important. They maintain close ties with their families, and grandparents often play active roles in raising grandchildren.
That must bring a lot of joy to both generations.
Definitely. Sharing experiences and wisdom fosters a strong sense of identity and connection to their culture and traditions.
What about their friendships?
Friendships are vital too. They often live near each other and help one another in daily life. It's like having an extended family.
So, it's not just about blood ties but chosen connections as well.
Exactly. Their lives are enriched by the relationships they cultivate. And these connections have a positive impact on their mental and emotional health.
How do these relationships contribute to their longevity?
Studies show that strong social bonds are associated with lower rates of depression, anxiety, and even diseases. Having a reliable support system makes a big difference.
It's interesting how emotional health is intertwined with physical health.
Definitely. They celebrate together, share meals, and offer help when needed. This interdependence strengthens their bonds and brings joy to their lives.
It sounds like their communities are a constant source of positivity.
Yes, their communities are a source of purpose too. They engage in activities that benefit the collective, which provides a sense of fulfillment and a reason to wake up every day.
It's like their lives have deeper meaning through their connections.
Absolutely. Being part of something larger than themselves gives them a sense of purpose and contributes to their overall well-being.
Do they face any challenges in maintaining these connections?
In today's fast-paced world, maintaining strong social ties can be a challenge. But these zones remind us of the importance of slowing down and prioritizing meaningful connections.
It's a valuable lesson for us all.
They also prioritize face-to-face interactions over virtual ones. Personal connections build trust and empathy, which are essential for strong relationships.
So, quality matters more than quantity.
Exactly. Investing time in building deep connections pays off in the long run. It's about quality relationships that nourish the soul.
I'm inspired to nurture my own relationships more intentionally.
That's wonderful. Remember, it's the small gestures that matter: listening, being present, and offering support. These little things strengthen bonds over time. Have you ever explored how stress reduction contributes to longevity, especially in blue zones?
I've heard that people in blue zones have lower stress levels. What's their secret?
One key factor is their approach to life. They prioritize a slower pace, which helps reduce stress and promote overall well-being.
So, it's not just about what they do, but how they do it.
Exactly. Their daily routines are more relaxed. They take breaks, savor meals, and engage in activities mindfully, which lowers stress.
It sounds like mindfulness plays a big role.
Absolutely. Mindfulness is a cornerstone of their stress reduction practices. They focus on the present moment and let go of worries about the past and future.
What about formal stress reduction techniques?
They often practice meditation or engage in prayer. These practices help them calm their minds, reduce anxiety, and promote a sense of peace.
It's interesting how spirituality is intertwined with stress reduction.
Yes, their spiritual practices provide a sense of purpose and help them cope with challenges. This emotional well-being positively impacts their longevity.
What other relaxation techniques do they use?
They prioritize leisure time and engage in activities that bring them joy. Whether it's reading, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing hobbies, they create moments of relaxation.
It's like they've mastered the art of unwinding.
Absolutely. Taking time for oneself is crucial. It recharges their energy and helps them approach life with a calmer mindset.
How does stress impact their health and longevity?
Chronic stress is linked to a range of health issues, from heart disease to weakened immune systems. By managing stress, they reduce the risk of these ailments.
So, it's not just about mental well-being but physical health too.
Right. Stress impacts both mind and body. By practicing relaxation techniques, they're investing in their overall health.
It's fascinating how their lifestyle choices contribute to longevity.
Definitely. Stress reduction is another piece of the puzzle. They recognize the importance of taking care of their mental health just as they do their physical health.
How can we incorporate some of these practices into our lives?
Start by carving out moments of stillness and mindfulness. You can try meditation or simply take a few deep breaths when you feel stressed.
Small steps can make a big difference.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works for you. Whether it's meditation, yoga, or a walk in nature, the goal is to find activities that calm your mind.
What about the slower pace of life?
In our fast-paced world, it's challenging, but we can adopt some principles. Take breaks during the day, eat mindfully, and avoid multitasking.
Multitasking can indeed be stressful.
Right. Their way of life teaches us to savor moments and appreciate the simple joys. Slowing down reduces stress and increases life satisfaction.
I'm inspired to incorporate these practices into my routine.
That's fantastic. Remember, it's a journey. Be patient with yourself and gradually integrate these practices into your daily life.
It's a perspective shift that I needed.
Blue zones remind us that a long and healthy life isn't just about the years we live but the quality of those years.